Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below. Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? Do you desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making the product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Pivot to Go Global, a scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order at 50% discount, call 080-912-44449. Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you on the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professionals from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today. Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? Do you desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making the product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Pivot to Go Global, a scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To order, call 080-912-44449.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. 3T Impex Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below.
All right, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining again tonight. Or rather, this evening, we are discussing today another very interesting topic. We are still looking at potential of Nigerian state as far as African continental free trade area is concerned. That's still our focus. And today we are shifting gear. We are going to this state called, Niger State. We are going to Niger State today. If you are here to get the book Built to Go Global, the book basically explains why export businesses fail and what you need to do to be able to ensure you avoid the pitfall of those that have gone ahead of you. Why export businesses fail and what you need to do to avoid the pitfall of those that have gone right ahead of you. You can also get a recording of this program every week from this platform, Voice of African Trade. Voice of African Trade. Voice of African Trade. Voice of African Trade is our YouTube channel. Kindly drop your comment, subscribe, like, and remember to share with your colleagues. If you're also looking to ensure that you do not miss out in being able to get the link for this program every week, you might also want to join our Telegram channel. Joining the Telegram channel is just searching for African Export Business Platform on Telegram. African Export Business Platform on Telegram. By joining the African Export Business Platform on Telegram, you will be able to get the link to this program every week and thereby being able to join. We have gone a little bit far in our exploration of the Nigerian state. And what I've been looking for in Nigerian state, we have been looking for why we believe Nigerian state can be able to generate its own income without depending on Abuja. We've been to Abia State, we've been to Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Anambra. We've been to Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, and Borno State. We've been to Cross River, Delta, Ebonyi, and Edo State. Cross River, Delta, Ebonyi, and Edo State. We have also been to Delta, Ekiti, Enugu, Gombe, Imo, and Jigawa State. We've been to Kano, Katsina, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Kogi, Kwara, Lagos, Nasarawa last week. And this week we are going to Niger State. It's a very massive state in Nigeria with a very huge huge landmass for agriculture. And that's what we are looking at today. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, then we get started with discussing this state called Niger State.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad, then I have great news for you. 3T Impex Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
All right. So every week on this program, we look at the preamble, then the peculiarities, then the profile, then the potential, then we look at the purchasers, who are those buying this product, and then the proposal to the state government, and lastly, the profit, how the state government itself can profit directly from export business, how the state government can profit directly from export business. So today we are looking at Niger State. Today we are looking at this state called Niger State, with a lot of local government, I must say, and a very large state also. They say that produced at least 2 former head of state of Nigeria. Why must this state consider exports? Number one, to avoid over-dependence on federal allocation, like many of them do right now in Nigeria. Many states in Nigeria depend largely on federal allocation. To avoid over-dependence on federal allocation, to boost the GDP of the state, to create opportunities for SME to grow, to decrease or reduce dependence on domestic market, to enable earning them earn export proceeds and grow revenue of the state. That's direct profit, direct sales and profit from export by the state, to make farming and rural life become very lucrative for the state, so that the state can get global market share and recognition as a result of its exports, to make the state home of creativity and innovation. It's an industrialization catalyst for the state. It's a job creation opportunity for this state. Why should Niger State consider export? It helps the state to know the value of what it has a competitive advantage. For example, this state has shea butter as a competitive advantage. Niger State is one of the states in Nigeria with enormous shea nuts for shea butter. It helps the state to lead the way for other states to follow, make the state to be independent of federal government, numerous incentives for exporters in the state, opportunity to maximize the state indigenes abroad, poverty eradication in the state, help the state to quit the league of states depending on wasting assets like oil, help the state also to revive its economy, slow down rural urban migration, tax-free opportunity for exporters in the state, utilization of idle capacity of the companies in the state. The state can become viable. We're going to look at the income of this state and check out how viable. Is Niger State able to pay salaries without depending on Abuja? Wealth creation for the citizen of the state, extract potential for product found in the state, yearn for more improvement because of competition, and zero in on the area of strength in the state. So what do you see in Niger State today? What do you see in Niger State? People see unemployment in Niger State, and I'm not disputing that fact. That is the reality of Niger State. But what I'm trying to do through this program is to make us to begin to see other things beyond the challenges. Other things beyond the challenges in each state. Other things beyond the challenges in each state. Poverty. Are you thinking of poverty? Is that the only thing you see? And like I say often, I'm not discounting the existence or the reality of all this. I'm only saying in spite of this, I'm only saying in spite of this, we can, to a large extent, we can enjoy the benefit of export in every state of Nigeria? Or do you see frustration, or you see opportunities in farming, or rather opportunities in mining, or rather opportunities in our population, or opportunities in our population? We'll go on a short break. When we come back, then we'll begin to discuss what are the peculiarities of Niger State. What are the peculiarities of Niger State? This state have about 25 local governments. What are the peculiarities of the state?
Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below. Are you
Peculiarities. Niger State was created from the northwestern state on the 3rd of February 1976 by General Murtala Mohammed. It has Minna as the capital, another major city like Bida, Kotangora, and Suleja. The state is bordered in the north by Zamfara State, west by Kebbi, south by Kogi, southwest by Kwara, northeast by Kaduna, and southeast by the FCT. The state has an international boundary with Niger Republic along Agara and Bogu local government area northwest. And this promotes trade in that corridor. The state has the largest land mass with about 70% of arable land cultivated, largest land mass, and 70% of arable land that can be cultivated, the cultivatable arable land, 70%. It is nicknamed Power State, has been the home of 3 hydroelectric dams, generating 70% of the power output in the nation. Located in the middle belt of Nigeria, Niger State covers 76,363 square kilometers. Is the largest state by land area in Nigeria. The state has a small majority of Muslims, and the state is named after the river Niger. 2 of the Nigerian major hydroelectric power is located in this state, Kanji and Shiroro Dam. Kanji National Park is also situated in Niger State, and it contains lake formed by Kanji Dam. It's the largest national park of Nigeria, but a lot of wildlife has disappeared. Niger State share boundary with Kaduna and Federal Capital Territory, like I said. The area mapping up Niger State today comprised of Old Nupe and Katangura kingdoms. Abuja now Suleja will link to famous kingdom of Zauzau. Old Nupe kingdom today has been broken up mostly into Bida Emirate and Agaje and Lapai Emirate. Similarly, Old Kanagura now comprised of Kanagura Emirate, within which there are chiefdom of Wuhich and territories of Sakin Bauchi and chiefdom of Katangura. Opportunity exists for agri, light manufacturing, health, tourism, energy, mining, and ICT. The state occupies a land mass of 68,925 square kilometers. Like I said, this state is a very large state. Population is about almost 6 million. What are the major crops? It has 25 local governments. What are the major crops? Yam, cassava, shea butter, sorghum, millet, maize, rice, groundnut, and cowpea. Solid minerals include tau, gold, bog, clay, silica, sand, marble, copper, iron, feldspar, lead, kaolin, columbite, mica, bauxite, and limestone. This state is said to have commercial advantage in Nigeria in this area. It's the largest state in the country. This state occupies 10% of Nigerian landmass. This state is bigger than Netherlands. 10% of Nigerian landmass. 70 to 80% cultivatable land. Large area of land for all kinds of crop production. Presence of at least one mineral resource in every local government. Largest tourist site in the country with over 60 tourist sites. Over 60 tourist sites. #1 producer of yam, sugarcane, and melon seed. #1 producer of yam, sugarcane, and melon seed. This state is said to have investment opportunities in rice, transportation, river port, tourism, power, mineral exploration, livestock, share nut. These are the areas, opportunities available in this state. This is a very massive state, largest state in Nigeria. Working population in this state is 3.2, about 3.3 million. Those not in labor force is actually half. Half of the about 1.6 are not in labor force. Out of about 3.3, about 1.6 are not in labor force. Those in labor force is about 1.7. And even among those in labor force, only 648 are gainfully employed. The others are not gainfully employed. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll begin to discuss the profile, the income and debt profile of Niger State.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. 3T Impex Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
All right. So let's go to the profile. Here we are looking at the income, the federal allocation, the IGR, the debt profile of the state. We're also looking at the capital expenditure, recurrent expenditure, income, the IGR, and FAT percentage. We're also going to be looking at the report of budget on the fiscal performance of the state. Now, let's go. This state earns IGR 10.52. Now, IGR is internal generated revenue, and this state, most Nigerian states concentrate more on fees they charge the people that need government services and payee or personal income tax. That's the focus, and that's a challenge for Nigerian state. A big challenge, I must say, because then it restricts largely what can be earned by the state. Look at this. Federal allocation is 60 billion, 60.9 billion. The debt of this state is about 93.74 billion naira. 93.7 billion is number 27 in terms of debt out of 36 states in the country. Foreign debt is $71 billion, and domestic debt is 66.78 billion naira. This state, in terms of IGR, 10.5 billion. IGR, FAT, 60.9. total about 72, 71, 72. But you notice something. I want you to check something on this chart. Recurrent expenditure of this state is about 60 billion. Recurrent expenditure is about 60 billion. Recurrent expenditure, about 60 billion. But IGR is about 10.5. This state cannot survive without federal allocation. To even pay its salaries and all the other expenses of government, and the state paid little attention to capital expenditure. Because typically, you spend a capital expenditure, even though it might appear higher than some state, but should be higher than recurrent if there will be serious development in the state. But let's see what budget have to say about this state. According to budget report of Nigerian state, the power state of the country performed relatively weak in the budget physical performance ranking. Niger fell from 19 in 2020 to 26 in 2021. This poor performance was despite some considerable increase in capital expenditure growth between 2019 and 2020. It was also despite a near stagnancy in state total actual recurrent expenditure, as the latter only slightly rose by a mere 0.044%. In addition, the pandemic created new lines of spending, namely COVID personal allowance, COVID-related overhead, both of which were 4.5 billion and 1.5 billion respectively. Moving our focus to capital expenditure, we observe that Niger state allocation grew by 33% from 32 to 43 in 2020. This made it the ninth expenditure, ninth highest in the country. In terms of capital expenditure allocation in the entire federation, comparing the capital expenditure spending to the recurrent expenditure spend, one can notice that capital expenditure is at least 17 billion less than recurrent. Less than recurrent. So you notice that, you know, it looked to me like a number of our governors, they are not, there's no strategy to make more money. I'm looking forward to that day in Nigeria that governors will have to generate their own income themselves. I'm looking for how people will be eager to become governor when you have to make money for the state. Because now that you have to just receive and spend, it looks very, very attractive, and you see the rate at which people are rushing to be governors. In terms of revenue performance, Niger State is the fourth lowest in the federation. At least 1,653 per capita, while the national average is about 4,000 plus. For this state, the internal general revenue shrank by 17.55% when it moved from 12.6 to 10.2 in 2020, of course, courtesy COVID-19 pandemic. Courtesy COVID-19 pandemic. The largest subcomponent of IGR came from MDA revenue, where it climbed from 463 million to 1.77 billion. To 1.77 billion. To 1.77 billion. The state total debt stock grew by 26.19 from 60 to 82. The state total debt per capita stand at 14,726, lower than national average. Let's look at the potential of this state. Now, having looked at the income, expense, revenue, and the like, we want to look at the potential, because the whole essence of all that we are doing, the whole essence of this conversation, sincerely, is actually to be able to see where the opportunity lies in this state. We want to see the deficiency, the challenges of the state vis-a-vis the opportunity available in this state. Remember, this state has the largest arable land in Nigeria, occupies 10% of the land mass of Nigeria, but this state cannot feed itself, can't make money for itself. It still depends on federal allocation. Even though this state, land mass-wise, is bigger, far, far bigger than some countries. Just imagine that. Bigger than some countries. Generally, agricultural activity form the mainstay of the people of the state, engaging about 80% of the population directly or indirectly. The economy of Niger State is based largely on internal market, subsistence agriculture, export of raw commodities, foodstuff to neighbors and raw materials to world markets. Niger rather, is a landlocked state located in the Sahel, coincidentally ranked the bottom in World Development Index. This state has what it takes. In fact, this state has everything it needs. Unfortunately, the state has not lived up to expectation. The state export caps to neighboring states. As well as granite. The government rather rely on bilateral aid. The state is such that it's able to export yam, cassava, shea butter, sorghum, maize, millet, rice, groundnut, cowpea, and cashew nut. In terms of solid minerals, talc, gold, bore clay, silica, sand, marble, copper, feldspar, columbine, mica, limestone, it is said that almost each local government in this state have something to offer as far as export is concerned. So what are the items that this state can export? What are the opportunities available in this state? Number one, corn. The state can produce corn. A lot of corn, actually. Look at the market size for corn. $36.3 billion. We have markets not just around the world, even in Africa. $3.73 billion. We will look at the budget of this state, and you will notice that if they can focus on just one commodity and take a reasonable share in the world, you will be shocked at what this state is capable of doing to generate income for itself. Groundnut, $3.19 billion. From Asia to Europe to North America to South America to Africa, even in Africa, $171 million. From Algeria to Tanzania to South Africa, Libya, Kenya, and Rwanda. The state can also produce rice, 24.7 billion. Huge opportunity in Asia. Many buyers in Europe and America. Africa consumes about 25%, of rice exported in the world. And out of the one imported in Africa, Benin Republic is consuming 12% more than, importing more than Egypt, importing more than South Africa, importing more than Ghana, importing more than Ethiopia. These are countries bigger than Benin. But you and I know, if Benin is importing a lot, you and I know where it is going to. It's finding its way definitely into Nigeria. Sorghum, $866 million market, and US is leading as a major buyer for this product. And Africa is 66.9 million. Cassava, 2.11 billion. Different cassava product, cassava chips, different cassava product, cassava flakes, different cassava product. 2.11 billion. Thailand, Vietnam, China are major buyer. Netherlands, Germany, Greece, United Kingdom, United States, Canada are major buyers. In Africa, the demand is low because it's produced in Africa, and Nigeria is the largest producer of cassava. And the land is available in Niger to get this done. Which country export? Well, another product we can look at is millet. Now, let's go on a short break. When we come back, and then I'll be making my proposal to the government of Niger.
Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below.
So my proposal every week to different states is basically, how can the state engage the energy of the young people and take advantage of these young people, the energy they have to boost the economy of the state? So let's look at Niger State. Niger can decide he wants to focus on shea butter. Set up a processing plant for shea butter. And do you know what? That processing plant will process the shea, not into butter, and then look at it. Typically, in the value chain for many agricultural products, you have the production, harvesting and transport, primary processing and storage, secondary processing and packaging, marketing and sale, logistics, export, and distribution. If SME is involved in this throughout, the challenge is this: it creates inefficient value chain operator. They can't leverage an economy of scale. They are not efficient. They spend more money and more time. Low processing capacity and output. Because they are small. Because they are small, they create few jobs. And they can't grow very fast. Low quality and packaging. Because they don't have enough resources. High cost of production. Because they cannot leverage on the economy of scale. They're non-competitive product in the export market. Now, imagine that the government of Niger State decide that it wants to grow this sector and set up a processing plant where I, as SME2, can go to SME1 who produce and store to buy. And I can give that product to large corporate who is set up to produce for anybody that bring their share nuts. So if you bring your share nuts, I can process for you. Within a week, I will have processed, I will have packaged, and you pick up your product. But because I'm big, I will get all the certification. I will leverage your economy of scale and reduce cost of production. You don't have to worry about power, about NAFDAC, about all the certification, because this organization, funded by government, operated by private sector, not to generate so much profit, but enough to take care of the workers, pay salaries, maintain and expand the operation. The SME2 can easily look for market, focus all the energy on market. If I drop my share nut this week, in 2 weeks, I'll pick up my share butter, ready for sale. You will create efficient value chain operator, high processing capacity and high output, good quality product and packaging, low cost of production, competitive product in the export market, increase job creation, decrease inequality. You know, if you increase job and reduce inequality in Nigeria, you will definitely reduce poverty. 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 Let's move on. In order to support exporters in the state to enter export market in Africa, Europe, and America in a secure and sustainable way, the state can do the following: partner with representative in market abroad, partner representative at destination, set up warehouse at destination, set up an entity, agent or distributor at destination, partner with independent agent or distributor at destination, organize and sponsor manufacturers for exhibition in the export market. Profit. How do we profit? How does the state profit from export? How does the state profit from export? Even though we are using sesame seed, for example, this can apply to shea butter that the state is known for. Look at the budget of the state as at this year, 198 billion naira. The state can make all this money. The state can make all this money from only sesame seed. From only sesame seed. From only sesame seed. It can do the same from shea butter. You know, it's just so painful the way we run this country. I mean, how does the state have so much landmass and is having so much debt, having to borrow so much, even though it can generate the income by itself? If this state produces sesame seed on half of that arable land, because it has an arable land of 2.9 million hectares, 2.9 million hectares. Let's assume that this state only use half to cultivate sesame seed. I mean, half. Agronomists told us that they can yield 0.6 metric ton per hectare. That means we can generate 879 metric ton at $1,300 per ton. We can make 1.14 billion actually dollars. If you convert that to using exchange rate, at the end of the day, you know what happened? This state is capable of making more than its budget. Will have paid the farmers, the farm will have paid for processing, cleaning, and the like. But we'll still have money. But we'll still have money extra. And now, how can the state get this done? Look at my opinion on this. I think the state should partner with a private company who knows about this market, this product. First of all, partner with a private company who knows about this product, number one. Number two, having done that partnership, provide funds to support farmers with seedlings and input, sign an agreement, form the farmer into cooperative across the state, give them a guarantee, and here is the guarantee, that they should go and farm sesame, and the government is going to buy everything with a guarantee, not by mouth, because you know the way our government is, and come back and tell us some stories. The essence of the guarantee is such that if the people go and borrow money, they know they'll get their money back, because the government has given them a guarantee. A guarantee. With this guarantee, it becomes easier to know exactly where we are going, because we are sure what we are trying to do. Train the farmers, give them input and necessary support. FPV provide collection center across the state to collect what the farmers has produced. To collect what the farmers has produced. To collect what the farmer has produced. Then cleaning. If we do the cleaning and bagging of the product, look for buyer abroad, do the shipment, do the documentation, present document to the buyer's bank, buyer effect payment. Upon receipt of that payment, pay the farmers. The state government can also pay its partner, depending on the agreement they have. The state government can pay the farmers. The state government can pay the farmers, and the remaining money. And the remaining money become available for the state for different developmental projects. The idea is this: the Nigerian state government can generate its own income and become independent without having to look up to Abuja, and it can generate all it needs. This is the kind of conversation I think we need to begin to have, considering the fact that we are nearing the election season. The impact of the suggested model for state government goes beyond generation of revenue. It has humongous impact on employment, and it has humongous impact on creating employment in the state. and increase economic activity in the state. This, in my opinion, is a more effective and efficient and enduring model of diversifying the economy of any state in the country. This model can also help can be replicated by federal government. At the federal level, especially for solid mineral export. Especially for solid mineral export. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll round up for the day.
Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below.
So next week, we're going to be moving to the old state. Ogun, Ondo, Osun, and Oyo. Ogun, Ondo, Osun, and Oyo state. So that means Ogun, Ondo, and Osun will be done this month. Then in December, we have about 5 Thursdays. That would be Oyo, Plateau, Rivers, Sokoto, and Taraba. And in January, we'll round off with Yobe and Zamfara State.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Built to Go Global, a scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order at 33% discount, call 080-912-44449.
If you are here to get the book Built to Go Global, remember it can deliver to you anywhere in the country without an additional cost of transport or cost of courier. You can join us on our YouTube channel. You can get to have access to this video rather on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, share, drop your comment, and remember to click on notification bell. If you want to have access to this link every week, join our Telegram community, African Export Business Platform.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. 3T Impex Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn in dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? Do you desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Pivot to Go Global, a scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order a 33% discount, call 080-912-44449. Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you on the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professional from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to serve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today. Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. See you next week and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.